Hey, what's up? The Dan Sandwich back again, making another NBA 2K22 video because these are really fun. And when I was recording my last video, I had this idea for a new video. And you could probably guess just by looking at my screen right now what my plan. But yeah, if you watch my last video in NBA 2K, I created one 40 overall player, gave him a 99 potential, and then simulated his career to see what kind of career he would have. And I kind of did the same thing, but with like a whole team. Um, as you can see, I changed things up a little bit. None of these guys are just at 40 overall. The lowest is 42 overall. The highest is 48 overall. But the reasoning for that was because if you watch the last video again, uh, they never improved their speed, acceleration, strength, or vertical leap. Um, so I wanted to make things a little bit more fair, and I gave every player like the positional average rating in those attributes. So they weren't like horribly slow their whole career. Now I don't really know how much of a difference that makes in a simulation, but I thought it would make it a little bit better for these players to play. But my goal here is to see how many seasons it takes for this team of 40 overall players, all of them with 99 potential again, to win a championship. I did a fantasy draft. I picked a random team and I landed on the Celtics, which is why they're on the Celtics. Um, so it's a little bit different than last time again. And again, as you can see, I gave them all 6-year contracts. So they're going to be around for a while. Um, I'm debating on whether I should keep whatever rookie they draft on the team and he can kind of come up with them, or if I just should stick to the purity of this challenge, quote unquote challenge, and keep the team just these players and then just like drop whoever they end up getting. Um, but yeah, I'm just gonna start simulating. Um, it's gonna be a few years before this team is actually relevant in any way. So my plan is to simulate until they get to the playoffs, and then I'll start recording again. Um, so you're gonna see me again in like a couple seconds. But for me, it's gonna be probably um, a couple seasons at least. So maybe a few hours or so. But yeah, I'm gonna start simulating and see how many seasons it takes for them to actually get into the playoffs, and then I'll see you then. All right, just checking in real quick. We're 8 seasons in, by the way. Our best player has a 75 overall. I can show the roster in a second, but this is a huge year for this team because they won 10 games, which is not a whole lot of games, not very many games at all. But last year they won 1 game, and every year before that was 0 games. So that's a pretty big improvement. I don't know. It's just been nothing up to this point. But who knows? Maybe next season they will win 20 games, and who knows from there. But team is steadily getting better still. But yeah, still not very good at all. But I just thought I'd check in because this is the first time something relatively interesting has happened. I started simulating this. Uh, so yeah, you can see the roster right here. You guys are like 75 overall now. So we're getting there. We're getting close to actual competitive basketball. But yeah, I just wanted to check in real quick. I think the next time I will check in is when they make the playoffs. Hopefully, not too much longer. All right, so the next season is done, and they finished 1 game out of the play-in, which is crazy. They went from 1 game to 10 to 34. They weren't even the worst team in the conference, which is crazy. So I think next season might be the season that they get to the playoffs, uh, which is crazy. So what is this? 9 seasons in, so 10 seasons get it to the playoffs would be nuts. Um, so yeah, again, things are getting slowly starting to get better. Yo, look at that! That's crazy. Uh, This is one season after what just happened, where they were one game out of the play-in, and then they went all the way to the first seed in the Eastern Conference. They went from like what 34 games to 63. So one game to 10 games to 34 to 63. That's nuts. That's crazy. I did not expect their first playoff appearance to be the number one seed. Man, that's insane. It's actually insane. Um, that's crazy. Yeah, you can see their lineup right here. Everyone's an 80 overall or higher, except for like probably some of the bench guys. Yeah, some of those guys are still in the 70s. But yeah, that's like what 10 seasons, and they're the number one seed. Um, but you know, we're not here for regular season success. We want to see if this team can win a championship. So let's see. I don't know. That's going to be the interesting thing about this team is that they're very obviously even keel all the way through. There's no superstar. They're the true team here. But we're going to be running up against probably a couple of superstars here. 96 overall Jalen Green is the 8th seed. So let's see if they can beat this team. They're going to sweep him, maybe. Yeah, that's a sweep. All right, so sweep in round 1. See what they do against Detroit in round 2. Now, again, if you forget, I did do this as a fantasy draft, so none of these players, you know, started off obviously on these teams to begin with. But yeah, that's a very top-heavy lineup. You got Zion Williamson and Bam Adebayo. That's a crazy front court. But then, like, your next best player is a 79 overall. I don't know. I mean, maybe our overall balanced lineup will be enough to beat this Detroit team, but maybe not. I mean, Zion is a monster today. 3-1, 3-2. Can they come back from 3-0? Can they come back from 3-0? They came back from 3-0 to win that series. That's nuts. This team has got it. They are sick of losing every year. They've pulled themselves up, but now they have to go through the real final boss of 2K, which is Luka Doncic, who's just ridiculous every season. But yeah, another team with 290 overalls and then a pretty big drop off there. But this is, you know, obviously a lot better. They got 280 lineup as well. They were the 2nd seed, so a real 1-2 matchup here. Let's see if our ragtag group of former 40 overalls has what it takes to win, get to the finals. They get to the finals. Oh, they did. Okay, I accidentally pressed simulate around there, but they did. Okay, so first time in the playoffs, and they're in the finals. They came from literally nothing to maybe winning an NBA championship. I actually didn't see what the team they're going up against yet. But yeah, their team is pretty balanced as well, although they have 390 overalls on their roster. That's kind of crazy. Interesting. Imagine the playmaking with Lonzo Ball and Nikola Jokic on the same team. That's nuts. Is it enough? Is it enough to beat the Boston Celtics? Come on. They're down 3-1. Did they come back from a 3? Nope, they're not. Okay. Made it to the finals, though. A lot sooner, maybe, than I was expecting. So if you didn't watch my previous video where I took one 40 overall player and simulated his career, it took him until year 13, I think, before he finally won a championship. So they made it to the finals in year 10, which I think is a lot sooner than I was expecting. I was maybe hoping that they would win a championship before the one player by himself. But we'll see. I mean, huge progression as a team, going from 1 win to 10 wins to 34 to 63, and then into the finals. So they might be able to finish this off this season. Let's find out. All right, this has got to be it. This is the next season. They won 72 games, tie the Michael Jordan Bulls for most well, I guess second most now, regular season wins. Insanity. Just insanity. I mean, these guys are up to 86, 87, 89 overalls now. Playing really well as a team. The odd thing is I checked the all NBA teams and like none of the guys are on those teams, which is I guess makes sense if it's a really good team effort, but like man, 72 wins in a season and they don't even have an all NBA player. Um but yeah, this has got to be the year they win a championship. An amazing regular season, full team playing really well. Still nobody at a 90 overall. You can see our boy Buster Scrub, the original inspiration for this challenge in the starting lineup as well. But the 90 overall has got to be just around the corner. I'm not even going game by game this time because I have faith in them, and they almost let me down. They went to Game 7 in round 1 against Chicago. Come on, guys, don't make me regret the faith I have in you. Let's see. All right, so going against in round 2. I'm gonna simulate round again. I believe they can do it. All right. Once again, going to game 6. Not as they're making me less confident as I go on. Oh man, this Bucks team is terrible. How did they get to the conference finals? Which seed were they? They're the 2nd seed? What? I feel like we faced better teams last season. All right. Again, I have full confidence. Yeah. All right. Good. All right. Finals again. After a 72 game season, who are we facing in the finals? A team with 290 overalls. That's a pretty good team, except for Gregory Moreland there. It's a pretty decent team. Let's see if this is the season they win a championship and end this video. Game 1 is theirs. Lose game 2. They win game 3. Win game 4. We go Simcast for the potential clincher here. See if I can see this glorious team in action and hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy. It looks like it's going to happen. They're up big. They're up really big. Yeah. They're up 32 points. There it is. I'm going to jump in on this one. You can see this team in all its glory. There they are. They were the worst team possible. And just through grinding things out, they became the NBA champions in 11 seasons. So if you are the worst player I guess if you're the worst player, you have like 11, you like really work really hard for 11 years, and you happen to be extremely talented. Because having a 99 potential means that you are, potentially the GOAT. That's what you can do. So yeah, I think that's 2 seasons faster than the one player by himself, which is good. I think a whole team of these players should be able to win faster than one player by himself, even if he has other better teammates on his team. But there it is. Congratulations, Boston, who are in the actual NBA Finals at this very moment as I'm recording this, by the way. Maybe this is a good omen for them. I don't know. I just picked a team at random. I don't know. All these auto-generated players celebrating. Here's Buster Scrub, I think. Our boy. Where it all started. Mayatoko staying by this team through thick and thin.
It's the Larry O'Brien Trophy, and I believe this suitcase are yours.
Incredible. And yeah, if you look at the box score, just a really balanced team effort. Nobody really outshining one another. Kind of what do you expect when you give everyone the same like ratings and stuff. But yeah, there it is. That's 11 seasons That's how long it takes to win a championship with a team of 40 overall players. Pretty cool, pretty exciting. And yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here. Thanks again for watching. If you wouldn't be hearing me say this if you didn't watch. I don't know. But yeah, I got other ideas for more NBA 2K videos. So I'm gonna keep making them, having fun with it. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your life. I don't know what I'm doing. Whatever. Goodbye.